मस्ती के मस्ताने हजारों है। जी हाँ, यकीनन ही रेखा की खूबसूरती के और उस नजाकत के मस्ताने हजारों हैं, जहां पर रेखा की खूबसूरती को देखकर हर कोई उनका दीवाना हो जाता है। तो जिस तरह से रेखा की उम्र जहां बढ़ रही है, देखा जा रहा है कि रेखा दिन ब दिन और भी खूबसूरत होती जा रही है। हाल ही में लीजिए, जहां पर रेखा को मनीषा कोइराला की बुक लॉन्च के मौके पर देखा गया, जहां पर रेखा ने नव आंखों से मनीषा को दिल छू लेने वाली तमाम बातें कही। नमस्कार, मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट नैन्सी और आप सभी का मैं स्वागत करती हूं आज खास प्रोग्राम में। प्रोग्राम बेहद ही खास है क्योंकि सदाबहारा रेखा पर है। सदाबहारा एक्ट्रेस रेखा, जो अक्सर ही अपनी खूबसूरती को लेकर, अपने उस अंदाज को लेकर, नजाकत को लेकर जानी जाती हैं। हाल ही में जहां पर रेखा को मनीषा कोइराला के बुक लॉन्च के मौके पर देखा गया, तो आंखें यहाँ पर रेखा की नम हो गई, क्योंकि जो संघर्ष मनीषा कोइराला ने सहा है और जितने ही मुश्किल दौर के बाद भी मनीषा आज यहाँ पर खड़ी हैं, तो हर किसी की आंखें नम हो जाती हैं। यकीनन आपको बता दें कि मनीषा कोइराला को कैंसर था और कैंसर से जहां पर उन्होंने जंग को जीता, तो उसके बाद देखा गया कि मनीषा कोइराला ने अपनी बुक को लॉन्च किया है। यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे कि मनीषा को बार बार रेखा गले लगा रही हैं और नम आंखों से उनकी तारीफ करती भी देखी गई। क्या कुछ खास रहा, अब आप देखिए हमारे इस खास प्रोग्राम में। कहते हैं ना कि इंसान की जिंदगी उसे हर मोड़ पे चीजें सिखाती है। जरूरी नहीं कि हमारी उम्र ज्यादा हो गई है तो तजुर्बा भी ज्यादा हो। कई बारी देखा गया है कि कम उम्र के लोग भी हमें जीवन में बहुत सी बातों को सिखा देते हैं, और ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ भी एक बुक लॉन्च के मौके पर, जहां पर बॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस मनीषा कोइराला की एक बुक लॉन्च हुई हील्ड, तो वहां पर पहुंची बॉलीवुड की सदाबहार एक्ट्रेस रेखा, जो अपनी खूबसूरती के लिए जानी जाती है, जो अपने नजाकत के लिए जानी जाती है, मुस्कान के लिए जानी जाती हैं और बेहतर आंखों के लिए जानी जाती हैं। रेखा यहाँ पर काफी इमोशनल होती देखी गई। इतना ही नहीं, रेखा ने मनीषा कोइराला को कहा कि आज तुमने मुझे जिंदगी में सबक सिखा दिया। अब किस चीज को लेकर बॉलीवुड की शानदार एक्ट्रेस और शानदार कलाकार, यानी कि जिनकी एक्टिंग का हर कोई दीवाना है, आखिरकार ऐसा क्या हो गया कि मनीषा से वो यहाँ पर एक सबक सीखती दिखाई दी। हम यहाँ पर आपको वीडियो में दिखाएंगे किस तरह से रेखा बार बारी इमोशनल हो रही है और बार बारी ही मनीषा को गले लगाती भी देखी गई। आप देखिए हमारा ये खास वीडियो।
पहले उनको है ना?
क्या कह रही थी आप?
मैं कह रही थी कि बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप आई। थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
माय प्लेजर। कुछ और कहिए। मैं खुद बात नहीं कर सकती हूँ। कोई मुझे कुछ सवाल पूछेगा तो उसका मैं जवाब दूंगी।
I don't know.
See, now you know what it is to be put in a spot. आ जाओ बेटा। No, this is namaskar. All my friends, all my lovely, lovely people in front of me, and she's one special person in my life. I've not been able to feature in her life as much as I would like to, but she, by default, has always featured in my life. I just want to say that from the very first moment I set my eyes on you, she just threw caution to the wind and she just glided through life. And then life hit her, right? And now she continues to do the exact same thing, which is a huge, huge, huge lesson for me. So thank you, Manisha, for teaching me that lesson. इतनी छोटी सी उम्र में आपने मुझे इतना बड़ा सबक सिखाया. Look at that glow. See that smile? That says it all. Okay. एक और सवाल पूछ लीजिएगा.
Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Really, it matters. It means a world to me that you've come. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Namaskar.
We're now going to officially release the book, so can I request all our friends who've spoken to please, I can't ask you to come up on stage, it's too little and she has too many friends, so maybe come here and we'll release the book, please.
What I have faced. So, performing that role, I was very scared, and I wasn't sure if I was up for it or not. But when I met Rajkumar Hirani sir, he was very warm and nice, and I saw the environment, I really liked it, and when I read the scenes that I was performing, it wasn't really going into that sadness and the traumatic phase. So I said, okay, and I'm so glad I did that movie.
You also said you felt good when you went on the set, and it was a different environment from the one you were accustomed to.
Right.
And it's a younger crew, much younger, and the way, the discipline on the sets, it's nice to be able to see it from the distance. And if you'd like to talk a little about it, what it was like shooting 3 shifts a day, totally different Bollywood environment, what it's like today.
Yeah, there are two things at play here, I think. One is my own inner world, which had changed. So I started seeing more beauty rather than more traumas. So my way of looking at life and situation had changed. And cancer gifted me that. So I guess that, besides the fact that over the years I see the younger generation is slightly more disciplined, I guess, more professional, especially in the film industry. And so I saw these changes, and that was really welcoming changes. More professionalism, more discipline, more focus about doing work right, you know. And I don't think today any actors are doing 3 shifts a day. So, you know.
Don't feel left out of the big league, saying, "Oh my God, I've got to be doing those 3 shifts."
No,
and
no.
11 or 12 movies in
No.
a year.
No.
No one's doing them.
No one's doing them, no.
But you're back in the game, and how does that feel? I mean, do you feel, okay, I'm ready for you guys?
Yeah, I
What's
guess.
the feeling? It's a kind of...
I mean, what I did back then was a lot of, you know, work, and but today I think I want to space out my film. I have more time to spend with my family, go back to Nepal, travel the world alone, and meet different people. So write a book and stuff like that.
And the next book?
and the next book.
And you're prepping to take on the Himalayas, of course, the
Yes,
base camp.
Yes.
That is phenomenal.
Yes.
And how are you training to be able to do that? A big round of applause.
Thank you. Basically, me and my school friends, 3 girls, 3 women rather, are going to the Everest base camp. It's like 15 days trekking. And so we all are training in our own separate ways. One is in Canada, one is in Delhi. I'll be shuffling between Mumbai and Kathmandu. So every day, few hours of workouts and walking and stuff like that, yeah.
But for me, I think the biggest takeaway of your book was your deep and abiding faith in love and family and support. And that is the message that I think you wish to send out as well.
Absolutely.
Because you're very fortunate, touch wood, to have had that kind of unconditional support. You had your entire family with you. And your brother in particular, who you didn't, until that point, have the same regard for. You thought of him as a bit of a brat. And
my brother was a brat, I think.
yes, yes, my son just
I can say
confirmed
that
it. I
because
think
he's
they were
not
in-
here.
No, my son and he were in class together, and I said, I was coming for your book. He said, oh, I knew him. He was such a brat. I said, okay. But look at how he came through in a
Yeah.
crisis.
Yeah.
And he was on top of every single thing. He was there when he was needed.
Absolutely.
And he was there to also offer support to your family members, to your parents.
Absolutely.
That's remarkable. So it was a coming of age for a very young boy.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure like it transformed you, it must have transformed him as well.
I think when a disease like this happens, the entire family suffers more than the person who's got the illness, because they feel so helpless. They're watching day in and day out, and they feel they want to help, but they can't. So they're lost, they're helpless, and I think they go through much more trauma than the person who's got illness. And in that time, I'm so blessed to have wonderful parents who are here with me and who've always been with me, and my adorable brother, who was once upon a time a brat, but really shown up like a mature, responsible man of the family. And he was like throughout. There was a time my leg was hurting so bad. He pressed my leg for 1 hour, 2 hour, I don't know for how long. And he would, even my dad, would take me out slowly, help me to take few steps. And he would urge me to take more steps. And little by little by little, there were days I would just walk in the bedroom, and then I started walking in the living room of the apartment. Then I started walking in the corridor of the building, and then I went down at the garden of the apartment, in the building, and then slowly started walking out and slowly moving on to more and more and more. But each step, my family was with me.